Confession time. I definitely have to get used to this, but I got this. Yes. Hello, my name is Tiara, and I wanted to start a series where I address some of the concerns that people might have solo traveling for the first time, and hopefully I can put some people at ease so that they can enjoy their experiences and get out and see the world. I am going to be discussing where I went, how I went, how long I went, what I did, what I liked, what I didn't like, and also some of the experiences that I learned, what I would do next time, what I recommend solo traveling, what I not recommended, where I recommend going. Yeah, it's a pretty open-ended series that I'm starting, but I hope to create a path for someone in the future and also give myself more confidence to do more traveling in the future. So, to start this off, where I went to Thailand. I enjoyed that experience very much. I will briefly discuss the places that I went to, but I will go into detail in another video of my experiences in each different city. Starting off, I spent 5 days in Bangkok, 5 days in Chiang Mai. I spent 3 days in Ayutthaya, 5 days in Hua Hin, and then 3 days in Bangkok, ending my trip. I really enjoyed what I ended up doing. I did not go to a lot of the different islands that everyone goes to, but I did stay in like the northern region of Thailand as well as more of the coastal side. I would definitely recommend if you're starting out to possibly start in those cities just because they're a lot more foreigner friendly when it comes to like navigating and communicating with people. How long I went for 3 weeks. My experience planning a trip for the first time. I am not a planner, so I didn't do much planning. January 2024 is when I decided that I wanted to go to Thailand for my 30th birthday. The whole year I was basically waiting for someone to come with me, and then when I realized that there was no one else to come with me and I would have to go by myself, I realized that my desire to go was more than my uncomfortability of going by myself, so I decided to take the leap. In December of 2024 is when I bought my flight to go to Thailand. I bought it during Black Friday. Do not wait until Black Friday to buy your flights. It was cheaper, more affordable, but it was still pretty pricey. Try to buy it at least 2 months in advance instead of the month in advance like I did. And where was I? Oh, right. I didn't buy my return until, I think I bought it in January. I bought it a month out too. My flight path was 29 hours there, and then my flight path returning was 25 hours. So my preferred mode of transportation whatever. What I used to get around in Thailand was motorbikes. I took taxis only when I needed to move hotels, only because I bought a suitcase, which I will talk about in a later video, and how I regret it. How I paid for my trip. So what I did was I paid for a majority of my trip up front. I used Agoda to book a lot of my hotel reservations, and the policy was you had to pay for your reservation before you got there, so I just paid for all of my hotels before I got there. I did talk to a couple of other travelers when I was there, and a lot of them put them on travel credit cards, which I don't have one right now. I just use cash, but if that's an option for you. The apps that I used when traveling, hold on, I have to pull it up because sometimes I'm forgetful. So I first downloaded Get Your Guide. Get Your Guide is great for when you're booking tours, possibly the same day or a couple days before. I love using that app because I'm not really much of a planner when I do go on vacation, but I did use that to pick my excursions for the day. I downloaded Grab for my transportation. When it came to motorbikes and taxis, they were really affordable, and they kept on giving me specials. I would get 50 baht off my ride sometimes, and other times I would get 50% off sometimes. So I'd recommend Grab, but that's only because it worked out for me. Grab did get a little busier in the mornings, especially on the workday, so I would recommend Tata. If you can't find a ride on Grab, Tata's a good one. as well as Bolt is a good one, and Lineman, if you can download that. Agoda is really great for accommodations. I believe they cover all of Southeast Asia. So you can use it in Japan, you can use it in Taiwan, you can use it pretty much anywhere. I will say some of them weren't that great, but that was only because I didn't fully read my reviews. So I did have a kind of an iffy experience when it came to booking one singular Airbnb, but I ended up just canceling that Airbnb and booking a hotel. I will say I did meet quite a few people that stayed in hostels. The hostels are very, very, very affordable. They're a lot more affordable than hotels, and you get to meet a lot of great people. If you want to go a little more luxurious, I'd recommend a hotel. I don't know about Airbnbs. I didn't have a really great experience with an Airbnb, but I mean, try it. I would just say do your due diligence and don't pick on a vibe. Because the pictures lie, okay? And I know that, but I still, yeah. Anyway, Cloak is a good one too. That's a great way to book a lot of different reservations and also tours as well. Also, Lemonade. I use Lemonade mostly for looking at the work for different nail artists there. I booked 2 services, a manicure and a pedicure at 2 different salons, and I use Lemonade to look at their work. I like that one. It's equivalent to TikTok. I feel like it's like a cross between TikTok and Instagram, but honestly, I want to be honest, I didn't use it that often. I just used it for my nail service. A great way to book or to find spa services for the low is GoWabi. GoWabi is excellent. I saved so much money, not only on my massages, but also my spa packages. I believe I saved like 50%. I think at one point I paid 490 baht, which is equivalent to around $9 for an hour and a half foot massage. No, an hour and a half foot and body massage, and it was amazing. So I would recommend that. I booked a lot of my spa services through GoWabi. I will say, do not get confused. I learned this the hard way. So you don't book your appointment through GoWabi. You just book your services. So you pay for your service, and then it gives you a QR code, and then you take that QR code to the spa or to the salon, and then they'll redeem it there. To book your services, you have to use either, I want to say Line or WhatsApp. I use Line a lot for the spas, so I would recommend just downloading Line before you get there for communication, as well as WhatsApp. So WhatsApp is a good app to use if you want to communicate with locals, as well as like expats that live there. I also would recommend Google Translate. If you don't have that downloaded, I recommend that one. Saved me so many times because a lot of people would want to communicate with you, but unfortunately, you're speaking English, they're speaking Thai. I know a few words, like I know a few conversational words, but it was challenging at times, and especially when you're reading menus. Menus are a big thing there. A lot of them are not in English, so I would just use the camera setting on Google Translate and just take a picture of the menu, and that's how I was able to order. It became very easy to use, and it was basically second nature after a while. Oh, also, if you wanted to pay for different services and you don't want to use your card or cash, or if you are running low on cash and you're not near an ATM machine, I do recommend Alipay. You can just download it right before you go, hook up your card, and then it'll give you, whenever you pay, you can scan to pay. It'll show a QR code, and it helps out a lot. Would I recommend solo traveling to Thailand? I would recommend it 10 out of 10. I was safe the entire time. I never felt uncomfortable. Everyone super welcomed. If you are confused or lost, you can ask someone. Everyone is very forthcoming with information. I had a few experiences with foreigners. I will say a lot of the locals were very nice. I didn't have any negative experiences. I just had awkward experiences. Since I am from the States, a lot of people would figure that out very quickly and ask me a lot about politics and the current state of America. I am on vacation. I like to escape my reality when I'm on vacation. So I would say just be prepared to have a lot of conversations about American politics when you're overseas. When you're traveling by yourself, I think there's a level of comfortability that people have because they feel like they can talk to you and that you have an approachable, I guess, energy about yourself. I always consider myself as a selectively social person, but out there, everyone really wants to talk and get to know you, and it's kind of like what it is here in Ohio, how people are friendly just to be friendly. So I will say be prepared to have a lot of conversations with strangers. So ending this off, why I felt this was a great experience and why I would recommend you going. There's a comfortability of being out of your comfort zone that I didn't realize existed. When you go to a different place, there's also that comfortability of not knowing where you are and being able to just go with the flow. I'm not a planner, but I felt so comfortable just waking up and being able to choose how I navigate my day. I think that was a very enjoyable experience for me because I'm very routine when I'm at home, so I don't really stray away too far from my routine. So getting off of that path of doing the same thing over and over again really opened my eyes to a lot of different possibilities I could have during my day. And it also allowed me to view my hometown differently. Realize that I'm viewing it as a person that's from here. See it through the perspective of a tourist. I feel like there's so many more enjoyable experiences. There's so many different things that I haven't experienced that people literally come into town to experience. So going away for a little bit, it made me a lot more appreciative of what I have around me. It also opens your eyes to being a lot more adventurous. So once you have that one trip under your belt, you want to go again. So I'm already trying to book a trip to go to Japan in April. And my friends want to go in October. So I'd say just, if you're having any doubts, just book it. Like just buy the one-way ticket at first, and then figure out everything as you go. Everything doesn't have to be definitive. If you have the resources, if you have the money to go, it's not that expensive. I didn't even save up for it. I literally just paid as I got paid. But I'm also not really a great person to listen to when it comes financially, so if you want to save up, I recommend saving up. I hope I covered everything. If not, you're gonna see me later. This is my introduction. Welcome to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.